lot of people are like, crypto, Bitcoin. I'm not comfortable. It's over with. Look what's happening to the banks. Look what's happening to all the trading platforms online. Well, let me tell you something. This is why it is the perfect time to invest into BTMs. You own the machine. You're not buying the crypto. You're not putting the cash in there. You're a broker.
Wow.
That's all you are. You're a middleman. Bitcoin, about 20K right now. So you get 10% of that, $2,000. Imagine if you only sell 2 Bitcoins a month.
It has to work or it has to work.
Let's say if you currently have about $7,000 and you're strapped for cash and you need a side hustle and you have a little bit of time because when you start your own business, it's either going to be, you're going to give up time or you're going to invest a little bit more. That's just the way it goes, right? So with that being said, I would go ahead and find a manufacturer, and you could do this by just typing in Google ATMs. You'll see a lot of different vendors on there. Do your due diligence. Get 3 bids, okay? You'll get the 3 bids. Once you get the 3 bids, go ahead and determine.
What's a bid? Like bidding for a machine?
3 bids, so basically getting the price on the actual machines. Typically, your average ATM right now, which it could be a Gen Mega, G2500 or a Hyusun Halo 2. Those are some of the best standard ATMs that you could buy out there. They usually run around $2,300, okay, especially in 2023. With shipping across the United States, you're probably looking around $2,500, okay?
So I get my first machine, $2,500.
$2,500. I would recommend starting out with about $2,000 to $3,000 inside of the actual machine.
Cash.
Got it, okay? So you need that much cash to actually make your operation work, okay? And then I would have about $1,000 for miscellaneous. We're talking about filing your LLC, EIN, going ahead and actually getting an internet modem, and then any additional paperwork that you might need. An ATM sign that costs about $50. So all in, if you are realistically trying to start your own ATM business, I would say roughly around $7,000 should be sufficient.
Should I start with one machine or 2? It depends on how much money you got.
Yes, it all depends on how much money you got. But at the end of the day, you always want to see if any industry is for you. So before you go all in, go ahead and test the waters. You know, see how it is. See how you like it, okay?
If it makes sense.
See if it makes sense. Because at the end of the day, it may not be for you. My vehicle that made me a multi-millionaire may not be the vehicle that gets you to be a multi-millionaire. You know, you have to experience. I've been a serial entrepreneur for more than 10 years. At the end of the day, I could tell you I tried everything. For a lot of people, Amazon automation worked, right? For me, it didn't. I actually lost twice on Amazon automation. It is what it is. But the key thing is with the $7,000 startup, for the person that has about $7,000, you're gonna have to find your own location. Location is everything, just like event spaces, just like vending machines, just like any other tangible business out there. Finding the location is key. So a couple of great tips that I would recommend when you go find locations is look for tourist area in your city. Join the actual Chamber of Commerce in your city as well. Networking with other small business owners will help you go ahead and actually land more deals than anything else. The reason why I was able to land an assortment, basically a whole fleet of dispensaries, which is one of the highest, you could say the golden goose in the ATM industry.
So look for a dispensary, people.
Yes, especially in your state.
Especially states as soon as they start opening them.
Correct, because they're always looking. And then if you see them starting to do the construction phase of it, usually they'll have a sign out there. But if you go to the Chamber of Commerce, they'll actually tell you ahead of time what new businesses are opening the next month or the upcoming months. So if you go out there, you get that information first, and then you're able to contact them right away because they usually have the owner's information. The other big thing is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is huge. If you're using social media, use social media to your advantage. It is the strongest communication tool out there. You got to think about it back in the day, man. About 15 years ago, we didn't have access to the general public like we do now. Now, any average American, okay? I'm an average guy. I'm able to go ahead and play with the big boys, right? Because we have access to social media. We're able to buy ad space. We're able to run our actual advertisement in these big pages on social media that have millions of followers and be exposed, right? So at the end of the day, make sure that you're very creative with trying to network so you're able to land these locations for your ATM. High traffic location, visible location, of course, cash driven. At the end of the day, just because they have a credit card machine, it doesn't mean that location's out. You have to see what specifically they are selling. Liquor stores are a great location for ATMs, nail salons, barbershops. There's so many different locations that you guys can use.
Let me ask you, Paul, why would somebody let me put my machine in? What do I got to give to them? Am I giving them a piece of what I'm making? Somebody walk me through that process.
Great question. So this is probably one of the biggest objections that everybody gets, because people are like, well, all the great locations already have ATMs. But here's the thing, guys. There are millions of businesses that open every single day is number one. Number two, you also have to consider, just because there's an ATM there, the service may not be great. Maybe the owner of that business, that merchant, is actually looking for a brand new ATM deployer, just like yourself, that is hungry, driven, and wants to provide great customer service. So if you go in there and you offer your services and you possibly tell them, hey, look, I will never let that ATM run dry, so then your business can run efficiently, hey, they're going to take you up on that contract. I've gotten in contact many times where the owner just wanted me to actually load the cash in the ATM, his ATM, and then I was able to offer him one of my machines, replace the ATM, actually buy it from them, and then refurbish it and sell it myself. But now I'm making the actual residuals off of that account because I offered my services to him at the level of customer service. And guess what? What helped me in law enforcement helped me in entrepreneurship. What? Communication.
Yeah.
Communication is
Art of
everything.
communication is everything.
Communication is everything. People have to like you. People are not buying your services, guys. Whatever niche you're in, whether it's real estate, B2C, it doesn't matter. Digital marketers, because I know we got a lot of digital marketers that are watching this. You have to be able to communicate effectively. Okay, so if you're not good on camera, you're not good at talking to people, you're not a public speaker, guess what? You're doing yourself a disservice. You're leaving money on the table if you're not going ahead, taking some classes, joining a group where you're able to articulate yourself, public speaking, all that jazz. Okay?
You know what I used to do? I used to do Toastmasters.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did Toastmasters. Yeah. And I just practiced by just doing it. That's the best way I feel like doing things sometimes. Just do the thing.
That's it. Yeah. And how big of a social proof and authority is it to go and replay some of your old videos and to see where you started from, man?
Oh, geez.
Dude, it is crazy. I remember I used to be like...
It's bad for me, though. Yeah. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I used to stutter all the time, like,
me too.
Sweat and like be tripping out, and it's insane. But everybody's, oh, you're such a natural, and dude, but you guys haven't seen how many times I've failed to become unnatural, right? And you have to do the reps. You have to do the reps. So to continue with the ATM business, now let's say you don't have a lot of time, okay, and you want more of a passive income type of deal, like a business in a box. That's what my company specializes in. So we basically build ATM businesses across the nation. We right now we're climbing a little bit over 1,800 clients in the past 2 years nationwide with ATMs. But now our new offer that we started offering about 3 months ago, BTMs. That's Bitcoin teller machines.
Tell me how this works too, because I go in the supermarket, I see the Bitcoin, like I'm like, I know a coin ain't gonna come up, but how does a Bitcoin machine work? Bro? Why do I need it?
It's crazy, man, because a lot of people are like, crypto, Bitcoin. Like, no.
It's over with now.
I'm not comfortable. It's over with. Look what's happening to the banks. Look what's happening to all the trading platforms online. Well, let me tell you something. This is why it is the perfect time to invest into BTMs. And the reason why I actually got into it, because my eyes got wide open as soon as everything started happening as far as the trading platforms getting shut down. Like I ended up losing, I don't know if I told you, man, I ended up losing like around $60,000 when BlockFi crashed. And the only reason why I was able to lose, the reason why I lost that much on BlockFi is because their platform actually takes about a few days to transfer the money to your bank account. So during the time that I was getting my funds transferred to my bank account, they go bankrupt. And guess what happens to everyone's funds? The millions of dollars, the hundreds of millions of dollars that they had in their system, their ecosystem, gone.
Wow.
Now I'm in a lawsuit. Yeah, I'll get it back, but it's just the energy that I have to waste on that, right? Now, with BTMs, it's a tangible machine that you go in there. You can easily download what we call a hot wallet. The hot wallet is basically a very small application that you keep your digital currency, which is your Bitcoin, in it, okay? It's basically a barcode, a QR code, and you scan it on the machine, you scan your ID, and you put your cash in there. Now, guess what?
Wait, one more time. You say that part again. I want to make sure. You scan the hot bar.
The hot wallet.
Hot wallet. Go ahead, say it one more time because I want to make sure I caught that.
Yeah, the hot wallet.
Yeah. You scan it on, tell me that part.
So you scan it. The process of using a BTM is you scan your hot wallet, which is a QR code on your phone. Okay, so it goes directly to your phone. And then from there, you go ahead and scan your actual ID, whether it's a passport or your state ID, and then you can enter your cash. Okay, you enter your cash and then it will transfer to whoever you're trying to send it to. This is great because when you think about it like this, if you have family in another country, okay, I have family in Peru, I have family in Mexico, guess what? The United States is one of the last countries to implement BTMs. Across the world, they're already out there. So instead of using Western Union, getting your money tied up 5 to 10 days, guess what?
Just send it to the wallet.
That's it. You send it to the wallet, bro.
Dang,
so you use the machine.
sense.
You use the machine. You sent the money. Boom.
They get it right away.
Your mom, your grandma, they instantly have it.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Yeah.
You own the machine. You're not buying the crypto.
Yeah.
You're not putting the cash in there. You're a broker.
Wow.
That's all you are. You're a middleman.
Yeah.
So
and I'm getting paid off of every transaction.
you're getting paid off of every transaction, my friend. Ooh. Roughly 10% of a Bitcoin. So think about it right now. Bitcoin is roughly
20K
what?
now?
It's about 20K right now. So you get 10% of that. What's 10% of that?
$2,000.
$2,000. Imagine if you only sell 2 Bitcoins a month.
Yeah.